everyone. I'm Susie Hassan. This is one of the first episodes of Beauty Backstories. On today's show, we have Natty Contrera, and she's a professional makeup artist who's worked with all the big brands. She's going to spill some secrets that she's learned along the way. She's also going to spill on these boudoir shoots that she does. Are people like super always naked at these boudoir shoots, or is it just panties and underwear? I'm going to ask her though right now. Let's welcome in Natty Contrera. Hey Natty, how are you? How are you?
Susie. Thank you so much for having me. I love this.
Okay, so I have to ask you right off the bat, girl, on these boudoir shoots, are people like full naked?
So I was always told you don't kiss and tell.
First of all, I'm editing this right now and you can see the ceiling. I didn't like have it so like, you know, I'm freaking, and also the audio. Like, why does audio suck? I need to be like, I guess, on top of the microphone like this. All right, we'll continue.
I have definitely seen my fair share of naked women.
So you've seen a lot of coochie.
Yeah. Well, I also used to wax, so I.
Why would I ask her about coochie in an interview and like keep going on it? Good grief.
I still do a lot of boudoir. I think it's so fun. I was addicted to that. That's one of my core values as a brand is, you know, embracing and empowering, because we don't experience that. We're always told to like control ourselves, hold down our sexy, like those kind of things.
How did you get started in the industry? Was it waxing vajayjays? Again, I'm talking about vajayjays. End this, girlfriend, end this. Tell us everything.
So it's really funny. I'm going to start with when I was a little girl, because it really does start.
Girl, I don't know if we have time for that. She started out when I was a young girl. Like, this is an Oprah Winfrey interview. This is not General Hospital. You know, I had to do some editing in this section here. We don't got time for all this.
Sorry to anyone going to college. Stay in school, please stay in school. But I was sitting there like, why am I in school right now? This is not what I want to do. I ended leaving college 13 credits short of my bachelor's and going.
Natty.
I know, but I think I'm actually going back this year to finish. I know.
No.
My dad is mad.
Oh,
my Arab mom is pissed.
She should be. She said her Arab mom would be pissed. Let me tell you, if that girl was in Saudi Arabia, her arm would be chopped off. Okay, no, that's not true. I'm actually Middle Eastern myself, so I can make that joke. We were like so close to graduating, like just graduate. She says she's going back though, so
I started in a salon, and one of my bosses in DC said to me, when you do makeup, you are a different person. Your room and energy changes. You don't think when you do makeup. It just goes. That helped me where I was in this pivot point of my life of like, where do I take my career? That I was like, great, I'm not going to do hair in a salon anymore.
Okay, so this next section is definitely a hot take, okay? Because she says influencers need to stay humble. Ooh, don't be telling influencers what to do, girlfriend. You tell me, do influencers need to stay humble? Here's what we're talking about.
I think as an influencer, you would really have to humble yourself, as silly as that is, because you've gotten this new... Yes, humble yourself.
Well, what do you mean by that? Like, what does that mean?
Because I do think a lot of influencers are incredibly successful, which is amazing, and what they do is awesome. But they worked with themselves the entire time. You can't just immediately be like, well, I have had a YouTube channel for 10 years. I'm really great at makeup. Now I'm a makeup artist. So I do notice when influencers want to be makeup artists, they're already ready and eager, like they don't need to learn. And it's like, I'm still learning, 8 years in the industry. So you can learn too.
Now, don't go around sending Natty hate mail, all right? So she has a good point. You know, if you're in the industry, you always want to keep learning. That's pretty good advice. Do tell us some industry secrets.
They rely on consumers being dumb. Marketing is getting you.
Yes.
There's so many multi-use items. I think about brow powder, which is just an eyeshadow.
Yes. Thank you.
Or contour palettes, which is just face powder or bronzer.
So pretty much we don't need all the shit we think we need, and we are being bamboozled, but I mean, it's fun to buy all the shit. So now this next section, we're actually talking about how come every time I use any of the colors in my palettes, I freaking feel like my eyeshadow always looks the same. Like it never looks any freaking different. And I'm like so tired of it. So I asked her, how come my eyeshadows always look the same? It doesn't matter what I do. It looks the same, like all freaking 10 shades. Why? Why does this keep happening to me?
I think we're drawn to a certain color palette. So I think even though it looks a little bit different, I think you stay in the same realm of colors. I will say, like, when they use models, they tend to use very fair models or darker skin models when they do color, because they pop very easily and distinctively on very, very light skin and very dark skin.
I do want to get to your most embarrassing makeup moment.
I think my most embarrassing moment in the beauty industry is when I accidentally changed my coworker's hair blue from blonde.
Do you see how long my jaw was dropped there? Like, if you ever dyed my hair blue, woo, I'd be pissed. What? That's a big mistake.
So, yes, it was right when the gray trend came out.
Yeah.
I picked up a blue toner and a titanium direct dye.
So, you're rinsing her out.
Like this.
Beauty school dropout. Stay in high school or college, wherever you dropped out from. If you don't know where beauty school dropout's from, you're probably too young to be watching this channel. She looks in the mirror, and then what?
She cried.
Okay, finally we're on to makeup tips.
So we get blood that gets pulled here. So doing a massage and going counterclockwise helps to move blood flow. And if you take those rollers or a tool or something and you just kind of do circle massages right when you get here, it helps break up all that blood that pulls and sits in this section.
There's like so many different kinds. There's like a jade roller and like magic crystal.
The jade is naturally cold to the touch, so it's really smoothing for inflammation. So if your jade roller is not naturally cold to the touch, then it's not real jade.
Ooh. I don't know that. I definitely know I got bamboozled on my jade roller because I got it from TJ Maxx in that little beauty section where everything's like $3. So it's probably not real jade. Next up, we're talking about loose powder. And as a makeup artist, she's always doing loose powder, like barely touching your face. And I'm like, but I thought we had to like put a lot more powder on. Where we were taught to kind of cake it on. And you're like, no, girl, no. That's not how we do it now.
But it goes back to the philosophy of, I want someone to be like, wow, your skin looks so pretty. Not, wow, your foundation is really clean.
Yes.
I don't do a lot of powder. And as we age, we lose a lot of that natural shine anyways. So we want to be able to keep it. So that's why you see me kind of just dust on the nose and then quickly on the under eye with a pressed powder. Or I take the loose with a fluffy brush and I just do a quick dusting all over just to softly set, but not lose any of that shine or that color we kind of built back into the skin.
Does a light dusting even do anything? Don't lie.
No, I'm not. I do, because most of your powders are made of like silica or mica or things like that control oil. But I don't want to control too much oil. We're trying to just really just touch the skin lightly. Less is more with all of your makeup. Yeah. I promise it still does its job.
Also, I'm a hillbilly and I've been saying Lancome wrong because it's not Lancome. It's Lancome. Lancome. We get into a little Lancome, Lancome, tomato. Isn't it French? Lancome?
Yes.
You say it. Say it.
Lancome.
See? I say it like a Midwest yuppie.
Lancome.
You got way more panache than I do. Any last parting words for anybody who wants to become a professional makeup artist and maybe follow in your footsteps?
Take a ton of classes. Don't be afraid to mess up, and lip gloss is for everyone.
Thanks so much, Natty, for joining me. I appreciate it.
Thank you. I can't wait to come on again.
Oh,
bye.
Girl, you know I'll have you on again. I need to hear more about that cooch waxing. We never did get to it. Again with the vajays. That's like the third time, dude. Like, what is my problem? I need to know, like, what was it like down there? Someone kill me. That's for next time, though. All right, I'd love to have you on. Thanks so much, and I'll talk to you soon.
Thank you.
All
bye.
Right, bye. Clearly, I'm new to this YouTube business. I forgot to tell you the most important thing at the end, which is subscribe. Guys, so subscribe. Hopefully, I won't talk about the JJs so much in the next interview.
Jeez.